Hi, I'm Nikki Woods, and we're going beyond the studio with Miss Algebra Blesset. Yes, second
Yes.
full-length album is
Yes.
going to be in stores by the time people see this video,
hmm
and it's called Recovery. How does that feel for you?
Feels very good. I'm excited about it. It's taken about 6 years. I didn't know 6 years went by until I actually decided I'm going to put an album out. So I looked back and I was like, what have I been waiting on?
Right. And what have you
So,
been waiting on? That's a
well,
good question.
I don't even really think I didn't plan it that way. I
Yeah.
was just working. I was being featured on other albums, writing for other people, and then I look up and I'm like, oh, okay, here we are at 5 years. So I should probably focus on my album, and we're here now.
So tell me what the difference is, because you did mention, I mean, you've been featured with a lot of people.
hmm
Anthony David, as we
hmm
heard during your in-studio
hmm
jam, Bilal,
Yeah,
um, I-
Esperanza Spalding.
India Ari, I
hmm
believe. So
hmm
it's you've been featured a lot. What is
hmm
the difference between doing your own thing and still being independent but being featured on somebody else's
Well, it's
album?
a different job description. When you're a writer, you're a writer. Especially when you're writing for someone else, another person, another artist. When you're singing on stage for yourself, you're that. When you're being a background singer, you're that. So I have different hats that I wear as a musician and performer. So they're all different monsters. They're all take a lot of energy and a lot of focus. And I kind of balance okay. I'm never background. I'm never a background singer. Like, oh, I want to be in front of the stage.
Right.
I play my position. I do what I need to do.
You play your position. I
Yeah.
like that. So tell me about the process for writing Recovery. I mean, have you been writing for 5 years, or like you said, did you wake up and say, wait a minute, I need to put out my own stuff and then start writing
I was writing
the whole
during that
time?
time. I was writing, recording, producing, and just have learning different things. I became an aerialist in those 5 years.
You became a what?
An aerialist.
What?
Oh,
For those of you who don't know what an
okay.
aerialist, explain it to
Um,
us.
it's an art form. If you've ever seen Cirque du Soleil, where the fabric
That's
is
what
hanging.
I thought, but I
Yeah.
wasn't quite sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
good.
I became an auntie. Think life
That's
happens.
really big for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
you
being an
mentioned that
aunt.
a lot.
Yes, I really, really enjoy that, and I'm getting pretty good at it. I feel like I'm the best aunt in the world.
You forget about the rest of them. The first one is like the most. It's like I think
Yeah,
of all the things I did for my first nephew, and then my
but
sister
it's
had like
different.
8 more, and then
Like I
it's
have a niece,
oh, do you?
and then I had a nephew,
Okay.
then another nephew, and all three of them are just like different entities, and they have their own language, and I'm sitting there like I have no idea what you're saying, but okay, I'll do it. So they control me, and that's really big for me,
Mhm.
because they're from my younger siblings. So to see an image of my little brother again, that's
Right.
not him,
Right.
it's amazing. So
Wow.
and that's a big thing. That was all put in the album.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk
Yeah,
about that because recovery is not what some people might think it is. Because for
correct.
you, it seems to be recovering from good to better, not from a
Yeah.
really bad place to
Mhm.
better. So explain recovery and what that means for you.
I feel like we don't really reach euphoria until we reach it. Like you really can't plan for it, but you have to be open enough to accept it.
Right.
The album consists of records about heartache, or sadness and getting over it. But it also has songs on there as a writer. There's a song on there called Writer's Block. As an artist, we tend to get stagnant. You don't know what else to write about. What other notes can I sing? How many minor chords can I play? And you get stuck. And something happens, and then something you start to create again. And it's the aha moment. And in that little moment, that's that recovery thing, because we could have just stayed there
Right.
and not written another song or not sang, not done another show, never do another album because you do so much. And that's what this album is about.
All right. It's recovery. What words of advice would you give to someone who wants to follow kind of in your footsteps? Because to me, just looking at your career,
Mhm.
you've kind of done it a different way.
Yeah.
You kind of took an alternate route. What would you say about the way you did things and how you would advise other people to do things?
I would tell you to plan because I did not plan. I did take a different course. I took the road less traveled, and in some ways it worked. In other ways, it's kind of like, did I make the right decision? But never doubt yourself. Make a decision.
Mhm.
Definitely make a choice, and continue. Don't get stuck. No matter what, it's all about continuum. Because you look back and you go, I did it. You know, you had to make a decision. You had to decide what you want to do with your life. And this is what I wanted to do.
All right. The album is Recovery in stores. Pick it up and support. And we would love to have you back
I'll
soon
come back.
to talk more about
I'll
it.
come back tomorrow.
Okay.
It comes out.
Well, we will be here.
Yeah.
Algebra Blesset. Very good. Congratulations
Thank
to
you.
Thank you. We have gone beyond the studio with Algebra Blesset on blackamericaweb.com.